name's Helen, I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Friday the 26th of May. I don't know where the sun's gone. It was beautiful this morning. We've had some really nice weather recently. It's just got a little bit overcast. Maybe the clouds will clear in a little while. But yeah, it's been lovely. My hay fever has not thanked it. So I'm wearing my glasses today, probably because my eyes are itchy, but also with the hay fever, but also because I got conjunctivitis. I got conjunctivitis in this eye 2 weeks ago. And then the other day it migrated over to this eye. So this eye's feeling a lot better with the ointment. I'd carry on the ointment with this one, but my eyes are puffy anyway. My nose is stuffy. I got my glasses on, so we've got glare going on, but we're gonna power through because I'm doing this on a Friday again. Normally I film on a Thursday. I lost a nail as well, but my nail lady's coming tonight, so that's good. Anyway, let's pull a card. Last week video, whatever, we had the lovers, which for me was all about my business partnership with Roz, which has gone very well. I will talk more about that later. But this week we have, I've shuffled already, I do that off screen. We've got, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I love this card in particular, for like the lioness there, because the Queen of Wands, she's like the protector, like a lioness with her cubs. But also I think she's really creative. A creative queen. Queen of Wands. Let's read what it says. The Queen of Wands sits proudly on her throne, aware of her power and ready to lead. She's the protectress of the realm, the brave feminine leader who inspires everyone around her. She's devoted to her creativity and always follows her passions. She has a fiery, intense nature that can sometimes be hot-tempered. This card can indicate a person with a burning passion who encourages others. It can also be the mother lion who will always do anything to keep others safe. But the Queen of Wands can also symbolise a time when you are tapped into your creativity. The muse is singing, and what you're making now is truly exciting. A spark of inspiration grows into something beautiful. Yeah. Devoted to her creativity and always follows her passion. Yeah. I think I'm looking at in my book here, the Rider-Waite-Smith symbology. Is that a word? That doesn't sound like a word. Symbolism, imagery, symbolism, has a little cat at her feet. I think it's symbolized, but I like this one with the big lioness. Gives that power. So yeah, Queen of Wands. I mean, I have really been tapped into my creative stitching, so that's good. So yeah, Queen of Wands. I'll put these away. What I'm loving. I love you guys so much. I rambled a bit in my last video, and I know it wasn't for everybody, but I had just the sweetest outpouring in the comments, DMs on Instagram. Just thank you so much, because I didn't know whether to put it out there, but it's who I am. I like to share what's going on and have the support therefore if I need it, and as like, just so you guys know, like, if you know, I'm not expecting anything to happen because I'm on the wait list now. That's fine. If my stitching drops for any reason, that might be a reason. But everything was just super positive and encouraging and lovely. So thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me when I see those comments and DMs and having lovely conversations with lovely people, spicy brained or not, or families of spicy brained people. It's amazing, and yeah, I can't thank you enough. So thank you. That's my what I'm loving this week. Finishes. I've written it down as a whip, but it's a finish. I finished my model for Ross. Yay! I finished it yesterday, I think. So exciting. It has been really lovely to work with Roz, to stitch her beautiful pattern and to help her make it even better is an honour. So yeah, I sent it off on its way, special delivery, so it won't get lost. I definitely learned a lot from the process. Learn how long it takes me to stitch things, my communication style with these kind of things, which will be great if I do any more in the future. I would love to work with Ross again. She's been great to work with. Yeah, it's been amazing. So yeah, I hope she's happy with the final result. I took just a couple of pictures, mainly just to show Ross. I didn't take any staged pictures or anything because that's for her to do how she wants it to look. But make sure you're following Roz on Instagram, and she has a Flosstube as well. So you know when that comes out. I can't wait to see it. It's so exciting. So yeah, that was a finish. My other finish is I left it quite late this month, my May Stitch for Pride. So I've done my learning, my extended learning, my action, and my day in history. The stitching prompt for May was to stitch on something with black as a prominent colour or black work. Just looking at my whips, I don't think I have anything with black as a prominent colour, but I've got my tiny paintings piece as sort of black work. I still don't know if you can call it black work, but I'm gonna, because it's fun. So yeah, I think I'll be working on that as my desk project, even though it's Friday now and it's a bank holiday on Monday. So I think it's just Tuesday and Wednesday that will be in May that I will stitch on as my stitching prompt. But I haven't really been doing my stitching prompts. I didn't do it for March and April, but stitching prompts are not the most important thing about this. Your learning is. So that's really exciting. No other finishes, I don't think. So my whips, so my model stitch that I've got here was obviously my main project. But I needed to mix it up a bit. I couldn't just solely stitch on that. So I got out when it was really sunny last weekend. Managed to stitch in the garden for a little bit, which I don't usually do, and I find it quite difficult. I need the right circumstances. I can't really look at my tablet because the screen glare. And it has to be something little that I can hold in hand. I can't take my stand out. I mean, I probably could. I don't really have a great seat for that in the garden. But yeah, I tried to do a little bit, but we got Anna like a swing and slide set, and she wants pushing on the swing all the time. She is learning to like swing her feet to propel. She's getting better at it, but she always wants to push. So I don't get a lot of just laying in the garden time. But I got out because I'd been neglecting it for far too long. Stitch the Rainbow, Autumn Garden, and Time for Tea. Tea Time? Sal? Both of them. I ordered both the flosses. I picked out a couple of patterns for each, and I never started them. So I started 2 at the same time to kind of get me going. So I started Wild Violet, cross stitch. Let me see which side this side up. Autumn Garden, is this called? Not sure. I'll put it up on the screen so you know what it's supposed to look like. But yeah, this is a 32 count. Yeah, 32 count Floba linen. So it's quite textury. It's kind of like that oatmeal Ada, but in linen form. But I quite like it. And these are the colours. So this was the Cottage Garden thread pack. Absolutely gorgeous to work with. I love Cottage Garden threads. I cannot wait until my Hearts for Pam stuff gets here. And I've signed up for Patchwork Poppy Patchwork, who I got in touch to order the Cottage Garden threads for the Stitch the Rainbow, because nowhere really in the UK did the pack. I guess you could source it yourself, but I kind of let them know that people wanted this, and they did a couple of packs for people, which was good. So, and they already like stocked the Cottage Garden threads line. They're mainly like an embroidery business shop, I think. But they're doing a advent calendar for this year, so I have signed myself up for that because I love Cottage Garden threads and I love advent calendars. I was thinking about advent calendars. I know there's been a lot of talk about advent calendars coming out so early and having to pre-order. Don't really mind for that, but I'm rethinking some of my choices from last year because some of them contained stuff that I wouldn't normally want to buy. So I might have to rethink those, or maybe get in touch with them and see if I could swap out that stuff for other stuff, if that would be an option for me to sign up. But knowing that whole advent calendar will be Cottage Garden threads, I'm very happy to support that and get on that. So yeah, that was Wild Violet, cross stitch, Autumn Garden, and the other one that I started, I got a hard copy of this one. So this is Ink Circles Tea Berry Tile, and this was the one that made me want this pack. Absolutely gorgeous and just beautiful silks. So this was my little start. This one's been a bugger, if you like. Just one of those ones where I have to continuously frog stuff. I get these sometimes, and I think I just curse my projects, and I just have to accept the fact that there will be lots of mistakes and lots of frogging, some fudging, some frogging. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of those. So this is on a 32 count. 32 count? It's a Permin linen. Not usually a fan of Permin, but this purple was a scrap from excuse me, a place, Leven Crafts. Can't remember where they are or why we're in the area, but I it was like we were kind of near it, and I wanted to go to an LNS. They were mainly yarn and quilting, but they did have some cross stitch stuff. So they had some fabric just kind of on shelves in the back, and they didn't really know a lot about what they had. So this was a piece that was just the last of a bolt. So I took the whole last of the bolt. Not a whole lot. But yeah, it's not as bad as other permin linens that I've had. Not a great fan of permin, but yeah, I'll have this, and I think it looks really nice with the purple and the colours. The colours there. My threads are over there, and I don't really want to get up and get them. But you know what? You know what they look like. Beautiful silks to work with. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, that was my 2 whips. And then last night, because I had finished my model, and the baby was out last night, and she will be out tonight as well. So I got my big chatelaine out. I don't normally get my chatelaine out. I kind of had to because it was the last thing on my whip board to turn over, so it needed some love. So I thought, get it out now while I've got some energy to do it, and I don't have to kind of pack it all away as much for a couple of nights. This is I just booped a hoop. It's okay. We're okay. This is Amazing Lavender Garden Kaleidoscope something by Chatelaine. This is on I can't remember. 32? 28. Has to be 28, doesn't it? Otherwise beads won't fit. I can't remember. I have it linked below. Now, my Notion, you can view an uneditable copy, and you can filter it by whatever you're looking for, and all the information that I have on all of my projects are in there. So that will tell you. But it's like a pearl, I think it's pearl grey linen by Sprycart. So I was working up here, this kind of area, and this is like the end of a page because I'm stitching this with a paper copy that I think my husband printed it at his work. I think I sent the paper because I wanted like thick photo, almost photo paper, but not glossy. So it would kind of stand the test, and I could highlight without bleeding through. And this is just the end of that page, and then the next page is just like this little dinky bit here, and maybe the top of this over here. So I've got lots of parked threads ready to go on to the next page. So yeah, really liking that. I've got it on this big 17-inch frame because hopefully, if I've calculated a bit right, this will fit on just, and the bottom will fit on just, and then I will go back and bead everything without having to crush any beads. And stitching as well. I mean, there's a lot of specialty stitches that you wouldn't want to crush in the clamps of the Q-snap. I love this one so much. It always daunts me when I get it out because I think it's so big, and I have to sit a bit different on the couch to what I normally do, and swing it out to flip it over and such. I actually stitch on it this way at the minute. I flip it 180 and stitch closer to me, because you can, when you flip it 180, your stitches will lie the same. just have to check your specialty stitches that you start in the same place. And I have this T to make sure that I know which side up it goes eventually. So yeah, I'm going to stitch on this a little bit more tonight. We're going out tomorrow to do some shopping. And then the baby's coming home tomorrow night. So maybe if we get back from shopping, I could do something in the afternoon, which will be lovely. I think she is getting to a better age where she knows not to touch stuff. She doesn't seem very interested when I'm stitching and she's occupied with her own stuff. But if I sit down to stitch, she'll want to sit on my knee and help, which I definitely don't want her to help with sticky fingers on a chatelaine. But even if I'm not stitching, like the arms swung out and the project's there and all my threads are on the sofa, she won't touch them. She just knows that that's mammy stuff, which is nice. And I think because I've been stitching like that since she was really little, and why my chatelaine has kind of been not abandoned, maybe neglected for a little bit, because I couldn't get that out and leave it out when she was like toddling and maybe grabbing stuff inadvertently. If she grabbed a box of DMC, I wouldn't be as worried. But yeah, I think now I could leave it out and she wouldn't mess things up. She knows that that's mammy's stuff. So yeah. I think that was all my whips. I did get some haul. Let's have a look at some haul. So, Angel of Love. Did I show it on my last video? Was it the video before? I can't remember. Angel of Love. I'm stitching it. Everything as I go. So I'm beading as I go. Because it's such a bead heavy piece. For me, it just makes sense to bead as I go. So I use a, what's it called? Tacky bob. I think they're called tacky bills now, but mine was called a tacky bob. And it's really great because you can have all of your beads stuck there. I have like little clusters of each and a little just a piece of paper with what the bead number is and the symbol stuck next to it, so I know each one. And I really like that. It is my only tacky bill, and that's gonna be with that project for a long time. So I was like, well, I've got other stuff that I need to bead, maybe not imminently, but I should maybe get some more. And I was looking and I was like, they are like £15 each, and I don't know if I'm willing to pay that much. So I looked at some other options and I found a bead mat, which looked like the same thing, possibly even better, because it's like a jelly type one that holds the beads, and then you can wash it afterwards and then it goes back sticky again. But with my beading, I kind of need to have it in a container so I can put it away and the beads will still be there, stuck but covered as well. I think this one that I got was more for like jewelry making, and you're probably doing your thing, making your whole beaded necklace or whatever, and then finishing and putting everything away, not then continuing making a different beaded necklace. Anyway, I thought, well, tacky bobs are just like a tiny CD case. It's like a mini disc case. Do you remember mini discs? So I went on eBay because I thought there might be some mini discs that I could buy secondhand and rip out the the innards and use as a container for the bead mat. Turns out you can just buy empty mini disc cassettes. I don't know who buys them, but I bought them. So I bought like 5 for £7. So I can make 5 tacky bobs for £7. I can buy 1 for 15. The bead mat was like £4. So £11 for 5 or 1 for 15. Turns out the bead mat wasn't quite big enough to do all 5, but I have made 3. So it's literally just a mini disc case. I had some postcards that I just chopped up. Ooh, I dropped one. Just chopped up to make it nice on the front. And then I chopped up the bead mat to go inside. So that's like sticky. And beads will stick. And I can glaze it. So I got 3. Shoot, where did the other one go? There. Is it broken? No, it's not broken. So yeah, I've got kind of 2 full ones, and then this one is like Frankenstein of the leftover bits. But I'm quite pleased with that, you know? 3 tacky bobs for the price of less than 1. Boom. So the other stuff that I got, I was going to talk about in plans, but I've bought some more mono canvas to do the last of my mum's needle point from Nancy's needle charts canvas work, whatever you call it. So I need 1 piece of canvas because I would like to finish that for her birthday in August, and then take the 3 of them to get framed all together so she can pick whether she wants all the same frame or different frames or whatever, but they can all be done at the same time. So I bought some mono canvas from West End Embroidery, which I always get my mono canvases from, and thought it was kind of a waste to just buy the mono canvas, so I got some Krynic for Angel of Love, because that's going to need more Krynic. So just to have, bought that. I did a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, and I didn't even buy the thing that I ordered stuff for. So I've had on my list to buy for a long time 2 more big pieces of 28 count dirty linen from Zweigart for my subsequent Christmas Village Mill Hill big pieces, because there will be more. So at least 3 at this point, so I need an extra 2 big pieces. And nowhere, I couldn't find anywhere in the UK that had dirty linen. Lots of like other neutral colours, or it wasn't a big, don't even know what it is, like half a yard. So I needed a yard of fabric for my 2 pieces. Didn't even have like an 1/8 or whatever. So went on 1, 2, 3 stitch. They had a big yard. It's just about as cheap as I would get here, plus shipping. And so I had other things on my list, because if I'm doing a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, I don't want to make it worthwhile. So Michelle Bendy, showed or at Stitch North, she was getting everybody to stitch on Serbian Proverb by La-Di-Da, and that's been on my list for a good while. So I thought I put that in my cart. Evidently, I took it out again. Silly me. But what I did put in my cart was, again, stuff that's difficult to find here in the UK, was Biscore Nests from Crosswind Collection. So I can't remember where I got it from, whether I got it from a D-stash or I just found it randomly on one of the sites that I normally on. I got the cardinal, but nothing else I could find had these. So that's the yellow warbler. Oh, I didn't even show you the fabric. It's just dirty fabric. It's a big yard. Ruby-throated hummingbird. That's going to be tiny. I'm so excited. And chipping sparrow. What I absolutely love about these is that if you stitch it on the called for fabric, size of fabric, they're all like as big as they would be in real life. So that the hummingbird one is going to be tiny. And they're all going to look so nice together on a little shelf or something. Very excited about that. So yeah, they were on my list because I'm also a completionist. So now I've got the whole series. I don't know whether they'll be coming out with more, but I will keep an eye out. And then last but not least, I got this gorgeous card from Michelle because we traded tarot cards. So she wrote me lovely card, just like explaining the pull, and also just some really nice words. So thank you, Michelle. I love it. And this is the card that she pulled for me, 9 of Swords. I just look at that imagery. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the back as well. So yeah, that was my pull from Michelle. I sent hers. I did like a little, this was just a card. So mine is a parcel, so I'm hoping it gets there soon, but I'm sure parcels take a little bit longer to get through the system. I've also traded with 2 others, so I'll be waiting for those to come in. But if you're interested in trading tarot cards with me, let me know. Probably message me on Instagram is the best way to do it. And we can do a little trade. I love it. Plans. So I talked about my needlepoint one. I think I spoke about it in my last video that I was itching for new starts, and I'd started Autumn Garden and the Tea Berry Tile, but I think I want to get started on something a bit chunkier. And now that my project bag and my key snap is freed up from my model stitch, I think I want to get out Moonglow by Nora Corbett. A lot of people are stitching on this at the minute. A lot of people have finished it. I think it kind of looks chunky, but I think the get it out of this bag. It'd be like the blanket that she's sitting on will be the most chunky, probably, and then maybe her hair. I'm very excited for this one. I have it kitted up. I'm going to do a 32 count Smoky Pearl. And I have all the beads, the DMC, and the water lilies. So I think that'll be a really nice one. I was debating it because I've got 2 Fancy Ladies on already, but those are kind of a different ilk of Autumn Queen and Angel of Love. This, I think we can do this. I think we can do this okay. So if you're stitching this, let me know, or if you want to start this with me, let's have a start along. There's like a million hashtags already, so I think maybe we just see what the hashtag is. But yeah, if you've got this and you want to start it, let me know. I don't know when I'll start it. It'll be soon, probably before the next video. But if you need some time to get some stuff together, let me know and we can set a date. Let's do this because we haven't done this in a while because of the model. So if you're new here, this is my whip board. Who was it? Somebody said that they were inspired by me. So I can't remember who it was. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad that people find it useful. This works for my brain. You use whatever works for your brain. You don't need to do what everybody else is doing. So I need another magnet actually, and that will be for Moonglow because that'll be in my Bluebirds project bag, and I've so that was originally in my Bluebirds bag, but if I moved it out of the Bluebirds bag I could have another 11 by 11 project. Just giving myself more projects to do. Oh well, it makes me happy. So you know what, I just did a whole thing and I did a random number picker and I've decided to scrap all that because I've got my Teaberry tile and my Autumn Garden that aren't on here that I just want to finish because they should have been finished a long time ago, to be fair. They should have been finished at the time that the Sal thing was going on. So I'm gonna finish those, and my 11 by 11 I'm gonna start on my needlepoint. Excuse me. So yeah. Chaos, Helen, chaos. So next, it's back to normal now that I'm not model stitching. So not even next time, because next time will be just before we go away for a week on holiday. So we'll have to see at that time what Helen thinks. I'm such a mess at the minute. Oh, send clearing thoughts to my sinuses. Cool. Life update, not a lot. So I'm just waiting. So I did go to the doctor's, and he referred me after me kind of trying to explain what ADHD and autism is, because he didn't know a lot about it. Or he said that he didn't know a lot about it. I don't know whether it was just to test me. I don't know. I don't know what people's intentions are. Trait of autism. So I'm referred. I don't know how long the wait will be. I don't know if I get told that I am on the list. I kind of want to email them, but don't want to bother them. I don't know. I should bother them. I should self-advocate. But yeah, I don't know how long it will be. I'm kind of going through the turmoil of, I'm very glad that I've done it when I've been thinking about it for so long. I finally kind of done that thing that I've been putting off, and flipping between that and, oh my god, I'm so not autistic ADHD. I'm just making it up in my head, and I'm a terrible person, and you know, imposter syndrome is real. I mean, and it's real. I'm feeling it a lot, and whether it's a valid thing, I'm feeling imposterish. I'm not sure if I am an imposter. I want the psychiatrist to tell me. We shall see. But yeah, thank you again for all the support, and I will be keeping you up to date. I don't know if there will be a lot for a couple of months, but I will. And if you're saying stick to the stitching, then you can just leave because don't need you here. Other life stuff, I think we're all good apart from just a bit. I think we've just been run down for so long that we're getting everything. Hay fever's hitting harder than it usually does. Conjunctivitis that I think I got from my little nephew, not 100% sure, but it went from one eye. The one eye was nearly good. It travelled to the other eye. I hate wearing my glasses. I really hate wearing my glasses. Sensory thing. But I can't wear my contacts while I've got infection. We just need a holiday, which we're gonna have soon, and I'm really excited, and I'll tell you all about it next week. Or 2 weeks. 2 weeks time. And there's probably other stuff that I wanted to talk about that I forgot about, but my nose is too stuffy to think about it. So I will talk to y'all soon. Message me on Instagram if you got any questions. All my whip information is in my Notions link down below. Yeah. Take care. Be fierce. Love you. Bye.